guys, welcome back to KRACKS. Jon Orlando and I here at the beautiful Westgate Superbook, the Superbook. Where else would you want to be in Las Vegas? I mean, really, I'll tell you what. This is the original, John. Every time I come in here, we're so used to being in here.
Yeah.
But when I see big crowds in here, I realize why sometimes. Now, we're filming early in the day, and a day that's pretty slow, like noon.
I remember in, I think it was 1989 or 1990, I was standing in this sports book, because I went to UNLV back then.
Okay.
Standing
I
in
don't
this...
know what this wasn't. Was this a Superbook back then?
They didn't call it that. It was just a sports book.
They didn't call it that because this was a sports book here.
Because it was the Hilton back then.
Jay and the guys brought over.
It was the Hilton.
Yeah.
And but I remember standing in this sports book, but it was still incredible. It was the biggest one in town.
Yeah.
And this is where I watched Buster Douglas
knock out Mike Tyson.
Wow. Yep, was in this room.
Wasn't that shocking? And they had odds on that in Vegas, like 45-1.
Crazy.
Yeah. Jimmy Vaccaro.
Yeah.
Which he has now moved on after, I think, Jimmy's like 80. He left town and he's back in Pittsburgh. But you never know. This town does something to draw you back in.
Yeah.
So that's funny. It's one of the things I had, one of my notes I had down. If I can find it, I'll probably come across it later on. But I had a note about that. People that every single year, there it is, they come in. This is for VSiN tomorrow, but I'll give it out here a little bit.
Yeah.
They do. They come in every August to Las Vegas, and they say, man, I'm going to be a professional gambler this football season. They grab an apartment, and they try to gamble for a living, and usually 3 months, 4 months, they're calling grandma to send money, and then they wind up moving. They need a bus ticket home back to grandma's basement.
Does that go sour because it's so hard to manage the bankroll, or it's so hard to just win, or both? It's probably both, right?
I'll tell you what. I think it's even the first part more.
Right, the bankroll management.
Well, because there's so many vices here, and
it's
gambling is so
strip
hard
clubs
to do.
And gambling.
Everyone wants to gamble for a living.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable, John. Would I recommend it? No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my kids to do it. If I had children, I would not recommend the kids to do it. So
you'd talk them out of it.
Yeah, because it's that hard. It's that hard to do. I want them, like I always say, you want to get a college education, great. I still want to teach you, or you can learn in the real world, street smarts, common sense, decision-making skills, act as if, talk with confidence, being around.
Yeah.
That means as much as a college degree. I've said it over and over again. Sorry to bore some people if they heard it.
And let me ask you this. You've probably had over the years so many, let's call them bad beats. Last-second buzzer beater goes against you, or a last-second touchdown, whatever. Had you not had those bad beats, you'd probably have 10 times the money. Or
I got to be blunt. Look at my first note on the show. You think I started out a winning gambler? Absolutely not. I went through so many trials and tribulations. And let me tell you something. There's an old saying from the poker players: don't get broke. I've been broke many times. Even with great information.
Right.
Not since I'm really on a professional level the last 30 years, but even in the last decade and a half, I had someone rob $400,000 off me. Yeah, $390,000. Yeah.
Rob you?
Yes. Not in a casino, a partner. Yeah.
Oh, and like just took off with the money.
Yeah, we made a lot. By the way, we made 6 figures a year together because of my information, and he decided to get drunk one night and just blow out an account, which, to be blunt, I paid because I have to make sure that I pay if I owe sportsbook, whatever it may be.
Oh, like meaning he just went rogue. He just started making bets.
Yeah, just started.
Oh my
drunk
God.
and firing, and it's going to happen. I'm not trying to say, trust me. I'm not claiming that I'm an angel with things, but I've been pretty disciplined the last 23, 24 years.
Yeah.
But I have overbet in my life too when I was younger and stuff. But like I said, trials and tribulations, betting too much on something you think, I won't be broke again. That's not going to happen because, I bet within my means. I don't really get involved in a lot of decision making where I'm watching a game and betting live. And I talked about it on VSiN a couple weeks ago. Yeah. People that bet live, it's so hard, even for your home, you're betting live, you're firing. Before you know it, your whole account is gone. If you're betting live at one of the sports books in town, everyone takes live wagering, especially during the NFL, and it's closet gambling. You're gambling on an app.
Right.
Even if you have good information.
Right.
Even if I tell you the proper way to bet, because I can tell you how to beat live wagering. Get the slowest moving apps in town places I'm not allowed to bet because I won. Of course, stations. Maybe, I don't know about the algorithm at Caesars, but some of these slower moving algorithms, people know who they are. You could follow them, or even the ones, there's a couple offshore ones, I guess, that are just slower moving because they're used to the square business too. You follow them against the Pinnacle, Circa, the good algorithms of the apps that we trust, Chris, which is bookmaker. You follow them just off the bad ones. And if you get a better line at the bad ones on something, absolutely, it used to be called the Pinnacle lean years ago. You just go by what Pinnacle. Now, Pinnacle's not owned by the same people that used to own it, but it's still a sharp sports book, and it's still a sharp line to go by, especially that last 30 minutes of lines. You want to go by what Circa, what Pinnacle, what are they begging for? What are they asking you to bet? If you could bet that somewhere else at a real good line,
right?
You know, if you could say take something plus 105, that's minus 105, that's strong as morphine, long term.
And it happens.
And it happens. But having all those tendencies to overbet and bet live, and it's like I said, it's closet gambling. So we can get on subjects here that I don't know how we even get on. Hall of Excellence. So Fontainebleau, John.
Yeah.
Fontainebleau put up. Do you know anything about this?
No.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No.
It's giant. Well, it's giant news. Tom Brady collaboration with some different. Hall of Fountain. So this is all different memorabilia from Tom Brady, Tom Brady family collection, as well as sportscasting legend Jim Gray and his wife. Okay, well, I'm not really as high on Jim Gray for a couple of things. He did Pete Rose and stuff.
Yep.
You know, I'm not really as high on Pete as Jim Gray as everyone else. But anyway, so so the chairman of Fontainebleau, they're having this Hall of Excellence self-guided tour narrated by Academy Award-winning Morgan Freeman. You walk in, the tour takes guests on a journey through history, which features such items: Michael Jordan's first pair of Air Jordans, Jackie Robinson's first bat he used when he broke the color barrier, all different, the dream.
This is incredible.
Okay, so this is, all right.
Is this already built, or this is their...
Clint Eastwood's Academy Award for Unforgiven, Kobe Bryant's first nationally televised game jersey, Tiger Woods' first golf ball he used at the Masters, his first victory in 1997, which, by the way, I was in Atlantic City after that. He flew from Augusta to Atlantic City to open up something called the All-Star Cafe, and he pushed everyone out of the way. He wouldn't sign no autographs for kids or nothing. And so I'll always have a hard-on against Tiger Woods, not only for being cheap, but for being mean to kids. Anyway, all these different things. The Las Vegas Aces, WNBA championship rings, Vegas Golden Knight championship ring, baseballs, whatever. I'm going to keep on going. So many things. Usually you get to see the stuff for free. You're charging $35. I think it's terrible. Who wants to pay $35 for this? Is not going to go over good. $35. You can go to like the different places around and see like rock and roll stuff, or you go in the Hard Rock or whatever. You know, people know these memorabilia is for free. Yeah. Now, granted, I know you have to go if you go to the NFL Hall of Fame or the Baseball Hall of Fame or even the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I know you pay a price to get in. Right. This is only certain memorabilia, and it's Vegas. Why not just bring people in to get that walk-in traffic? And now what's going to happen? They're going to see the thing, see the award, they're going to go spend $200 on dinner and maybe go gamble a little bit. Right. I just the penny pinching. It's just you know. Maybe I'm not really in a good mood, so maybe I'm not. Maybe it's,
no, I get it.
I mean, shouldn't be picking.
Listen,
on that.
If it was. You've been to Fontainebleau. It's a ghost town. Every time you go in there, though. It's beautiful.
But they're like one of their directors.
But they're missing it.
Let me tell you something. They have a guy there. I'm not going to mention his name. He knows who he is. He doesn't like gamblers. He doesn't like people that win. Like Steve Wynn, Derek Stevens. Say what you want, about Steve Wynn. I know he had some problems, whatever. Maybe Derek. They like gamblers because their life's gambling. Go down to town to Derek Stevens. He gambles. Right. So he knows, he gets it. He gets the pulse of the industry. Some of these casinos, they think they're going to get walk-in traffic because of the Fontainebleau, Miami. Give it a break. Yeah. Give it a break. It's not going to happen. No. By the way, I like it there.
It's great.
I think it's nice. My friend had a room there a couple weeks ago. Yeah. We went to Mother Wolf to eat. It was fantastic, Yep. I'll tell you, I just, sometimes you just don't get it. You have to gamble, or at least know what it is to lose a paycheck. to be able to have a gambling joint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you,
for
you
sure.
really do. You got to know the pulse of the business. Like I said, Steve knew it. Derek knows it. It really is. But let me ask you, because, and we can cut this out if you want.
Yeah.
You came in here limping. You okay?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You got poker to do here.
I know.
I mean, maybe we should whack up the money now before you're 86.
For the last 3 days, in case this, I don't know. For 3 days, my right leg, my calf, has been killing me. I thought maybe it was just from standing around a lot, over there and walking and stuff.
Maybe it's from playing poker.
I don't know, man. I started Googling. I went down the Google highway this morning.
You can find anything you want.
I went to
Google.
urgent care this morning.
You went to urgent care.
And sat there for 3 hours and
there's that
never
many
got
people
seen.
That are in urgent
It's
care.
crazy. Well, no. I mean, there's 6 people.
Yeah.
6 people.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
2.5 hours. So I don't know. I started looking at it. It said I stumbled into. I just typed in like my right leg hurts, right calf hurts, and then blood clot comes up.
You'll be dead in 3 hours.
Right.
You can find so many different things.
Yeah, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. But I have all the symptoms. I don't know, man.
You guys are an unbelievable.
I'm sure it's.
See, you want to go to the gym every day. This is what happens.
Yeah, and I skip leg day, so it's not from doing legs.
Yeah.
You know.
So, John, poker.
Yeah.
We got a couple stories here.
Okay.
One, I'm going to surprise you guys both, you and JH.
Yeah.
I was going out of town this week to Erie, Pennsylvania, for my buddy Don Elbomb's 95th birthday. Don, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Don.
And I'm going. He's been on our show, Hall of Fame, Boxing Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Talk to Don every week, and he's having a little birthday there, and he's having some trouble. He almost died. He had a blood pressure of literally. I don't want to tell you the numbers because no one will believe it. It was like 35/10. They found him on the floor.
Oh my God!
It's amazing he made this comeback. His organs were all shutting down, and they somehow got him to the hospital and got him back to. A couple of days he couldn't talk and do anything, and they actually got him back to talking now. And he's in rehab.
Good.
But he's got the will to go on and survive.
Yeah.
He's been with everybody. I found a picture the other day of him, Muhammad Ali. He told me the great stories of when he was on the road with Muhammad Ali, and I just Googled a photo, and look here. There's Don, who we had on our show with Muhammad Ali. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And they had a
oh, that's
what do you call
great.
This thing? GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, yeah.
GoFundMe for him. And it's funny because, John, I am not one of those guys to put a GoFundMe on my socials.
Right.
People say, "Oh, can you help us?" Because what's someone going to say to me? You're trying to raise money. Why don't you just give it?
Right. Why don't you just give it?
And I understand. You know what I mean? I listen. Listen. As long as I'm around, Don's going to be okay. He's going to be taken care of with some things. But they actually did raise $17,000.
That's amazing.
And as you can see, look who. Some people that gave money here.
Make me get the glasses out.
These are some of the greatest
Bill. I got to get the glasses out.
Of course, my buddy Teddy Atlas Foundation gave $5,000. Ron Borges, great boxing writer, gave $1,000. There's some guys on here that were great fighters. Just George Limburger,
man.
great guy.
Yeah,
David McWhorter. These are guys. Nigel Collins. All these people in the boxing. Long Island boxing charities. Anthony Cardinal. There's some really. Lou DiBella, great
Lou
promoter.
DiBella, of course.
Great trainer, great promoter. Some really good names in here. I have to admit, I gave my money anonymously, and I always said, Don, I tell Don come out. I've had Don out in Vegas with me a couple of times. I had him in Atlantic City with me. I had Don with me when I won the 2 cars in Atlantic City.
Really?
20 some years ago.
Yeah.
His and her cars. Don was with me. His and her BMWs. I love Don, but Don's doing better. He's actually doing so good that I'm actually gonna be hanging out with him real soon. I'm gonna let everyone have this party for him, and he's in a rehab. So I'm gonna go the following week when no one's around.
Oh, I like that. You
Isn't
get
that
better time
idea?
with him. Yeah.
I talked to his
get more
son,
time with him.
His family. I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah.
But so I thought that was a really good idea. Listen, a couple things.
Yeah.
How do I say this without coming off sounding wrong? So, whenever you meet someone in the casino or you see someone out, and all of a sudden they tell you they love you. Bill, I love you. I love you. Now, I am being dead serious. I have had bad experience with any gambler that says I love you. Not all of them, but like gamblers. I'm talking about. Like I have a guy on that I know from Twitter. Great guy from back east. He's a great guy. And he just says, as a matter of fact, like I met him in the casino a couple times.
Yeah.
I'm not referring to you, so I know you watched us. But I'm referring to some of these people in the casinos that you meet for the first time or second time. They tell you they love you. Next thing you know, they're, Bill, can you do this with me? Do this with me.
Right.
I got some people around it. Just be careful of people that say, I love you when it comes to gambling. Look out, brother. Let's go into Heritage. Heritage Sports. Listen, football. Do you realize how close we are to football?
I can't get my head wrapped around it because I'm a baseball guy, and football comes too soon for me, but I'm way more into football this last few years.
Our first preseason football game.
August.
6 weeks.
6 weeks?
6 weeks away.
So, like, end of July?
Yeah. Well, hold on. We're in June. You're right. It's not. It's 9 weeks. So 9 weeks away.
Weeks?
Yeah, I'm thinking we're in the middle of June.
It's probably end of July.
It's no, it's August.
Is it? All right.
It's August. No, that is about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, John, you're making me do my math wrong.
Yeah.
I was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like August. I think it's like July 30th or something. The first preseason game. How can I not know about that, right? But I know.
You watch that game? You like betting on those, right?
Yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, the line is up. Unbelievable. Very unusual for them to put here the Hall of Fame game Thursday, July 31st. I'll go back to what I said. 6 weeks away. Detroit and the Chargers. The first line is up for, and then 9-4 is the other ones. But we are that close. There you go, Detroit.
Now,
pick them in 32.5.
These games really are all about information, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. There's great information on these games.
You're smiling already, like you have some.
Well, I have been very successful on preseason.
Yeah.
Since betting preseason, the last decade.
Like, would you say you like preseason more than regular?
Of course. Of course. Just look at the totals, 32.5. Pick them in 32.5. You're getting a closer game. Listen, there's a lot of things that can happen on these particular games. Especially a lot of the casinos now aren't taking certain kind of bets. I don't want to inform them more for the ones that aren't, but there's certain type of bets that are really, really good. Preseason football is only 3 weeks. I wish it was the opposite. I wish it was 15, 18 weeks, and only a couple weeks of regular season.
Right.
Preseason is where it's at to make a lot of money. I'm at Wager Talk this year, and we plan to have some really great information for the guys. Heritage Sports. Let's go to our sponsor here. Last week I asked them. I said, listen, I didn't notice the 100% free play. Is that over? Sign up bonus because they have 108 use. They said, no, it's on. I said, well, it's not on your site. There it is today. 100% free play sign-up bonus. We're going to be bearding in under Jon Orlando's name for you guys at Heritage. I'm just kidding. Relax. But yeah, so 100% free play sign-on bonus, 108 use NFL, 50% on reloads if you already have an account over there. Been around for 30 years. Bitcoin insurance. Like I said, the better odds. They've been around for so many years. The 108 juice. I did not see that 100% free play, so I did contact them for you guys, though. heritagesports.eu. So, all right, John, let's go back into the poker again.
Yes.
Now, I know I'm jumping all over the place. That's when you have ADD. That's what you do.
No, I like it.
That's what you do. It's just sick, and we're a very spontaneous show.
Yeah.
So, this weekend, not going to Erie. Guess what I'm doing on Monday?
You're going to play?
I'm playing the seniors.
Stop.
Yep.
Stop.
With you. It's 50 or over, right? Because I just turned 50.
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause I know you're older than me.
Okay.
But, and our producer's getting a free roll. Yes.
Really?
Yes, he's getting 5 or 10%. Man, that's how I feel. 5 or 10% free roll. Because I found out he had a lot of money already. So I said, maybe I'll go down to 5%.
I love it.
I thought he was like, just grinding, but I found out he's firing the sports.
All right.
Book, so I might
now, is Randy going to come play? Do you know?
I'm going to ask Randy. If Randy comes, that'll be great too. But I'm going to play.
All right.
I'm going to play. It's $1,000?
$1,000.
Rebuys? No, I hope not.
I think there is.
Not.
Do you want me to look?
No.
I think there is.
I'm not rebuying. I'm number one. I'm a one.
Okay, you're not going to rebuy. Okay.
No.
Now let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Are we going to have, assuming Randy? Well, even if Randy doesn't play, are we going to have a little friendly, what they call last longer? Yeah, we're going to do a little friendly.
No, because you're the more experienced poker player now.
Wait a minute.
He won 16,000.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, was that a compliment?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'll take it.
Yeah.
All
Matter of fact. So John played a couple more tournaments.
Yeah,
he has some money for me.
Yeah.
What did you do? You.
I came in 6th.
I like what you said. You said you were going to do something like you're going to take the
from here on out. Every time we cash, we're just splitting it up. We're always splitting up.
Right.
So I cashed for 6th out of 333 people or something like that.
How much money did you get?
2,400.
So how much is the So we get
we each have 1,200. Yeah, we
Is
each
there a
have
reason you didn't bring it, or?
Actually, today, yes. I ran. No. Come on, it's not fair. No, I ran out of the house this morning. I just ran out. I don't
think you ran with that leg.
Well, yeah, I didn't run out, but I didn't know I was gonna. I thought I was going back home.
Here we go.
I thought I'd be back home and then come here.
Bombs over Tokyo.
But no, we're doing good. The last few days, no good. You know, I played that stupid Colossus.
What is that?
$500. Okay. I say, you know.
Yeah. I put a tweet out about Anthony Curtis talked about the rakes on his show. A guest that we had on our show, Anthony Curtis. The World Series of Poker rake is ridiculous. They're taking 18% out of $300 tournaments, 16% out of your tournament. How do you overcome 16, 18% in tournaments?
But let me say
now they want you to. Hey, John, let me ask you.
Yeah.
You know I'm a generous guy when it comes to tipping, and you are too. Are you supposed to tip after that? No
So,
way.
by the way, it's funny you just brought that up. So when we cashed for the 16K total in the first event.
Yeah, so that means we won 14K.
So it was like 16,290.
I told you to keep it 290.
Well, what would you have tipped?
Is the tip already in there?
No.
Hold on, time out. The tip doesn't come out of the 18%? Or the 15% they're taking? Are you sure?
I mean,
you don't even know.
Well, when you go, they say, would you like to tip? They ask you as you're signing the stuff.
Let me tell you something. I hate that they're taking so much percent out, but if the dealers aren't getting any of that, I'm tipping.
Okay, what would you have tipped?
If the dealers aren't getting the 290. Yeah, the 290.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I was a bad tipper then.
Oh, no, or $100.
I did 90. I did the 90. Okay.
Listen.
They seemed real happy with it.
I think you're wrong. People don't tip. You think these Europeans are coming
they
out
seemed
of,
real
they don't
happy
even want
with
to tip
it.
for a coffee. You think they're going to tip for the tournament?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I'm not downing Europeans. Don't, before you start coming after me. That's their way. I understand. Sometimes it's an insult.
Yeah.
I've been told it was an insult to tip over in certain places in Europe.
Really?
It's an insult. Yeah.
But to go back to the rake real quick.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
I think the rake has something to do with paying the staff and tips, John. Our people are going to comment here in the comments.
Well,
but if it doesn't,
they bring it up. They say, "Did you want to leave a tip?"
Oh, I hope it's in there so I can bury the World Series even more.
Okay, but now let me go back. I'm going to defend the World Series here just a touch.
All right.
I hear what you're saying about the rake.
Yeah.
But isn't there value in where they're bringing all the field? They are bringing the field. There are so many incredible events over there. Even the daily deep stack, the 250 daily deep stack, it's every day 1 p.m. First place ends up
How much is it to get in?
$250.
That's one of those 18%ers.
They get 500 to 1,000 people every day, and first place is anywhere from 25 grand all the way up to 40 grand. Where else are you going to get that in town off of $250? Isn't that worth the rate?
You bring up a valid point.
Yeah.
But why can't they just charge their percent they've always charged, 10% tournament? Like why does it got to be more and more? And the customers don't even know probably what they don't know. You didn't know, right? You didn't know that they're taking that much.
Yeah, I didn't
Anthony
know.
Curtis told me. Like the players don't know. And you know what it is, John? I'm just such an advantage gambler. I hate to give any of the extra percentages to casinos.
Right.
But, I know that people play Keno all the time. It's worse than that.
All right.
People play 000 roulette. It's 9% almost.
Yeah.
I get it, and I don't mean to be so tough. And before anyone comments that too, you're right. Where can you get? You have to pay for that experience.
Right.
The World Series. And
then,
if you're doing it to have some fun, $300, $400, okay.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. Have some fun with it.
Let me add this. The app, we talked about this before. The new WSOP Plus app.
It's excellent.
Bill, there's no more lines. There's no more lines.
Okay, because I didn't sign up, so I just go in there and...
you have to download that app, WSOP Plus. Okay, yeah.
I have it.
You have to go into the cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to go...
WSOP app. It's great. It's a great app.
Although you can get verified right there at the window. So that's the other thing. So now, even if you do want to pay cash for tournaments, there's no lines anymore because of the app. Everyone's on the app doing it.
So how do I get the money onto the app?
You have to go fund it at the cage. But you can do it when you buy. I'll go with you on Monday. But plan on going a little earlier, even like maybe if you can, like we should almost meet there Sunday.
Okay.
If you can, or at some point between now before Monday.
Yeah, I think we should go before.
And just get you set up. Yeah.
So is that the next tournament you're playing?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So the next tournament is Monday.
Monday.
Because there was some super seniors today for $5,000.
Yeah.
It's like I just think you lose the quality and the value. When you get the bigger tournament buy-ins.
I like bigger buy-ins because it's less people, but I thought about the 5K senior, but I just figured I'd rather.
It's a lot, yeah. Play it down, and there'll be a lot of people.
Oh.
There'll be a lot of people, right?
Yeah, tons.
There'll be a ton of people.
It'll be great.
So,
I feel like I have a big advantage in the senior events. I hate saying that, but I've done very well in the just regular around town.
Yeah.
Like I won the Venetian senior event twice in the last 6 months, 8 months, maybe.
Okay. Okay, good.
So
now there's a lot of other tournaments going on in town too.
There is a lot.
The Win, I noticed. They had a tournament on Sunday. I was going to tell you there was a senior tournament Sunday there.
Yeah,
but there's another one too, I think.
There's a $2.5 million prize pool guarantee for $1,600 at Win.
When?
I want to say this weekend.
You're saying the regular tournament, not seniors.
It's not a senior event.
You can't play in it.
No. Oh, this guy. Are you listening?
There's all these kids. You can't last with them.
Well, all those kids were just in the event I was in.
Down.
Here we go again. We're fighting again.
No, we're not fighting. I'm just saying.
It's all right. We're gonna get our buddy. Like how I say, our buddy. He's your buddy.
Yeah.
But I'm adopting him as my buddy.
Oh.
And we're going to big events.
We had him on the phone just now, and he's like, "Don't invite me in for the funerals if I wasn't in for the weddings." And I didn't realize I didn't know he knew about the 16,000. He knew right away.
See, he feels like he missed out, doesn't he?
I turned him on to someone though that we met in the past though, and he lost 6 figures on him. So he's a little bit what's that word? Jaded. He lost 6 figures.
Playing what kind of event? Same.
Oh yeah, World Series events and stuff. He was a poker pro too.
He was?
Yes, very good. He won a lot of money in his career.
Really?
Until I turned him on to my buddy. Then
Is he still around playing?
I think he's still playing on his own. You know, it's funny when you get these guys that are backed, John, and they get 100,000 in a hole or 200,000. They don't even want you backing them. They want a new backer because they don't want the red. They don't want the makeup. They want to.
I see.
Oh,
right.
they look. They hope you die
because they feel like they're playing for free now. Or?
Yeah, they're playing for free, playing for you.
I want to touch on that. Did you
touching me?
Did you catch the comment? I know there's a little fly flying around. Did you catch the comment on the post that we put up? You know that JH did about the whole thing, and I put up another post where I said like. This is how I feel. It was like an AI post. This is how I feel when I, run bad today or something. And someone commented, "Who cares? You're staked." And
you're staked.
Meaning they watch the show and they know that you put up.
Hold on, but you put up half the money.
Correct.
You're not staked then.
Well, it's half. It's half a stake.
Staked means someone's putting up all your money.
Right.
But see. These people under anonymity, I wasn't trying to have an episode where I didn't talk about them.
But even if that was the case, and even if you put up all the money, that attitude is why people don't want to stake people. That thought of like, well, what do you care? It wasn't your money.
Oh,
they
really?
They don't understand. It's more responsibility. It's more stressful. Like if someone puts up all the money, as the player, it's a stressful thing.
Okay.
No.
All right. Yeah, but. I don't like people with half the information saying things. Like they just don't, they just don't know anything. And I'm not just, get all your facts straight before you start commenting on things. And, we try to help you. I try to help you with things too, all the time. And like, I'll have to block people. I don't go back and forth and fight with them. I block them. Matter of fact, now that we're on Wager Talk, I just have to go to them and say, listen, block this guy. I don't want him listening. I just don't want him in there. I don't want no negative. I just don't want it. You want to be an idiot on this. We're here every Wednesday. Yeah. Want to say something? Come on down here. We'll talk to you in person.
Bill.
I'm not being a tough guy. We're not going to fight nobody.
Right.
But if you have something to say, come down here. Yeah. Use your real name. Bill Krackomberger, Jon Orlando. That's our real names. Yeah. Just come down and we're here. We're here every week.
Let's talk about some positives, though. Yeah. I just went a little negative. Let me give you some positive. Bill. I'm excited you're going to play Monday. Because on Monday, I want to walk with you from the Paris side to the horseshoe side. Well, it's no fair because you'll be next to me. Point I'm making.
We don't want to be at the same table.
No. I get so many people that stop me now in the halls. It's been unbelievable.
You like that?
I love it. I love it.
I went all the way down for a guy on Twitter that's been following me for years. I went all the way down the circuit just to say hello to him the other day, and he was like, "Oh my God, you came all the way down here." Yeah, I did, because you want to know why? You give me good comments, you talk about things, you take the time out of your day. Why can't I take a couple minutes out of my day? I was over here, over there. You got to be nice to people. I'm my parents' child. And let me tell you something. John is his father's child. I'm sure your mom too.
Yeah.
But I didn't know her, but I know his dad very well.
Yeah.
And Tony takes his time out all the time.
He does.
And I didn't know John. I met Tony first, by the way.
That's so crazy. I always forget that.
25 years ago.
At the airport.
More.
Right? At an airport?
I'm going to say it was 1995.
That's so crazy.
Because your grandma was alive.
Right.
Your grandmother in it. And I met your dad at the airport, and he took his time out.
What airport? Not here, though, right?
Yeah, Vegas. Right?
Oh, it was Vegas.
He
okay.
was using, what's the guys called?
Skycap.
Skycaps. They don't have them anymore. Do they have them? That's like out of the...
It was gone.
He was using the Skycap outside.
Yep.
And I just started talking to him. He's telling, I got to go see Mom. Like, it was my mom. He said he referred to her as Mom. That's the guy Tony
Wait, he said he's got to go see Mom,
yes.
referring to your mom?
No, time out.
Okay.
I said, Tony, how you doing? I said, my mom and dad love you and this and that. And I said, what are you doing? Where are you going? He goes, I got to go see Mom. Like he's going to see his mom.
Got it.
Did she live back in Florida or New York? Where did his mom live?
She was here, but maybe she was...
30-some years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Was she back east?
Yeah, at one point, yeah.
It must have
of course,
been.
Yeah.
Because I've been coming to Vegas since '92.
Wow.
So it could have been back then. You know
That's
what I mean?
wild.
It was at some point.
Yeah.
But, all right, let's get on to WagerWire.
Yes.
So our these buyouts and these segments, I tell you what, John.
I didn't look at the email this week.
I should pay more attention to because I'm not trying to be like $20.
Let me see. Hold on.
The $20 that
I need the Target specials.
I just waste money so many times. So this is
insane.
I know it's an 8-leg parlay. I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm against them. You guys know I'm against $20 to win $10,056. He's betting all favorites. This is a sucker bet. I'll just tell you right now. Laying 2 to 1, laying 3 to 1, laying 4 to 1, laying 2 to 1. Now he did take LSU plus 11 to 1, but he's got now as you notice, all these different things in the green, they have one. So he won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Wow,
he has won 7 out of 8. So he won the Chiefs to win the AFC Championship, LSU to win their championship. And there's so many different things he's won. Let's see some of the ones. Ohio State, Tennessee. He had Ohio State he's got so many different things that he won. Timberwolves. So now his last leg is LSU, which is 11 to 1 to win the college baseball future. 11 to 1. And again, this was $20 little to win $10,000. The current bet offer is $3,000. There's no cash out confirmed, but that's what the bet value is. So first 7 legs were a true poo-poo platter. It's funny, that's what he said here. Does anyone even know? Do you know what a poo-poo platter is?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Most people won't know unless you're from back east.
Yeah.
People don't. What's a poo-poo platter? Like they don't even know. That was when you used to go to a Chinese restaurant. We used to go.
It's a little bit of everything.
It's everything.
Yeah.
It's a fire. It's a thing. You know.
Right.
John,
the
you
fire.
ever heard of it? No, right? You never heard of it. Come on.
Wow, he doesn't live under a rock.
No,
Come on.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to say people
nuts.
don't know.
I just dropped the
I just
glasses.
thought
Hold
John
on.
didn't know.
Oh, that hurt. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
See how he just went down so easy? I don't know if we can be backing him in this thing. But anyway, it's a nice ticket.
Yeah.
And
let me tell you, I take the 3K, man.
Well, hold on.
This one.
That's the profit. 3,047.
Oh.
You're talking about an LSU team now. It's plus 2 to 1.
College baseball,
know, but it's only plus...
upset highway, no?
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
they're co-favorites, win the title. Listen, bottom line, I really have to start going to WagerWire a little bit more. There was a ticket a couple weeks ago.
You're missing out on money weekly.
Even Matt, the guy that sends me the WagerWire stuff that's from WagerWire, says, this is available, and he says, Crack, this is great value. He's right. Some of them are unbelievable value.
Yeah.
WagerWire app, WagerWire.com. But this particular one here, $20, $3,000 is the WagerWire bet value, the profit right now. The cash out offer, I'm going to be looking into this. I'm going to be looking into a lot of these things.
It doesn't say what it is, the cash out?
Well, the current
so it's
bet value is 30. It's going to be less, right? It's going to be less.
2K, $2,000.
Yeah, $2,000. It's worth it for sure.
$20.
Yeah. Yeah,
I would take the 2K.
well, because it's now because you have to go by what the odds are now. Co-favorites to win the title, playing each other first round of double elimination tournament. LSU definitely draws a very tough opponent, so it makes for really fascinating strategy here. So.
Yeah.
But WagerWire, check them out. Let's see what else I got for you, John. Oh, John and I played a slot deal.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, so I brought him over to a casino that gives me $500 a week.
Yep.
Plus the cash back offer they give me. So I get $700 a week to play.
Yep.
So just to let you know, like, you don't always win. And for the year, I'm about even. I lost $3,000 playing that $700 offer that Pat this last week. But every week giving me $700, I'm supposed to win. I'm supposed to actually win. I was getting $1,000 a week, as you know, from the win.
Yep.
And my wife was getting $1,000 a week. We won a lot of money.
Talk about how close we came to winning a lot of money that day.
So John never really played video poker.
No.
So
only with you that one time in Arizona.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we went to Arizona.
Yep.
I forgot. We got a deal.
Yeah.
We got $1,000 each or something walking in.
Yeah.
So anyway, John and I got this deal. I got him a couple $100 free play on his card, and John got dealt on a 5-play. John got dealt 10 Jack Queen King of clubs.
Yeah.
He needed an ace of club for $1,000.
Yeah.
No, $4,000.
$4,000.
$1.
Yeah.
Any one of them, 4,000. We had 5 chances at it, about 47-1. I'm sorry, that's on a single hand. We literally were less than a 5-1 shot no, on a 5-play it's 10-1 shot. So we got nothing though.
Not even a flush. We didn't even get a club.
We were playing deuces wild.
We didn't even hit a flush.
Airport deuces, which are not a bad game, but with the bonus, it is a good game. And we were up like $400. Wound up giving it back and breaking even on the year card. Again, I wound up losing like $3,000 over there. But so it happens though. But the slot deal, see, certain people can't get by that first deal. They can't get by that first deal, and like you lost. Oh my God, I don't want the deal no more. But long term, as long as you're betting within your bankroll, you will make money doing that in the long run. What do you got there, John? You want to have something? This guy dropped something off. Okay. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Hi, Bill. Love the show. Watch this Palmier soccer team to have a good run in the FIA. Club World Cup. Robert. Thank you, Robert.
I like it.
And Robert giving us you notice how he didn't even acknowledge John. That's
Nothing.
Terrible.
It's okay.
Hi, Bill. Oh, that was a nice guy. No, he was. I seen him come in there, but and he giving us your player. All right. Palmeiras soccer team to have a good run in the FIFA. Okay, Club World Cup, which this is very popular, especially Club World Cup soccer. But that's real nice of the
guy. Do you watch soccer ever?
Guess what? I enjoy some of the World Cup games.
Really?
Yeah, when the teams are playing each other, the big. Listen, just like hockey was for me. Hockey, I didn't really know it until I came over here and watched the Las Vegas Golden Knights versus Washington in the Stanley Cup. It was great. Now granted, Vegas does a great job promoting their soccer team, and their NHL team. But I enjoy some of the. Yeah, sure. Do you see the fans? Listen, you understand.
The fans are out of their minds.
Soccer is a bigger sport than any other sport, including the NFL.
For sure. Yeah.
It's hard to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like the sports books that book giant money on soccer. Yeah. It's almost like unbeatable. The big games like that. It's like betting the NFL or NBA side. Right. Very, very hard to beat. Only the certain few do beat that. I talked about Fountain Blue already. I got to tell you, people were telling me over at Fountain Blue. I met someone in the sports book over there. He said, "Crack, people don't have bankrolls." I like what he said. He said that at Fountain Blue, the kid told me, the reason why I bet by parlays, I'm trying to get a bankroll together. So, in other words, he doesn't have any money, but he's looking to make big money. Well, guess what? I think that's what a lot of people do, John. Yeah. And it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. That's not what you do. I don't care if you have $500. You want to bet $10 a game, or $20 a game, and build up your bankroll. If your info's good, you're going to win. If you're saying, well, then you're going to build up a bankroll to be able to play, because the more it goes up, the more you can bet that 2-3% of your bankroll. But this kid just gave me, and I hope, if he's watching, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to tell you. When I seen you in person, I did say to you, that's a real tough way to win. But he's like, well, I hit one of these before. I didn't want to insult him. You know what I mean? He said he hit one before. Well, where's the money? Right. So he said, I hit one before. I bet like $30 and I won $1,400. Where's the $1,400? Because you spent all those 30s or 50s thinking you had some kind of system with your bankroll with these parlays. So, John, I just felt really bad for him.
They're hard to hit.
They're so hard to hit, but it's everyone. Why do people go to the crap table and bet the midnight and pair of aces, 30-1? Yeah. And you should get 36. There's 36 different possibilities on 2 6-sided dice. But that's the reason why they do that. Why do you bet Yo 11? Yeah. Why do you even bet the field? The field looks like a great bet. So you have, 2, 3, all the numbers in there. Yeah. 11, 12, and then all the few numbers in between. You don't have 6, 7, and 8. So, You don't have 9. That's their numbers.
I mean, I love parlays, and I bet UFC. I love UFC. I feel like I'm pretty good at picking the fights and stuff. But even just last Saturday, I circle them and I post it on story. 4 for 5.
Now you bet a parlay with them?
Of course.
Or did you bet them straight?
No.
Wow.
No.
You gotta love the show.
Yeah.
We got a guy that admits exactly what I'm talking about. That's why I love to have him on here.
And what's worse is
he would have won money if he bet all
100%.
I know nothing about this, by the way.
Yeah.
So if you bet 100 on all the guys, the one you lost, even if you're laying 2 to 1, you're still gonna win a couple $100.
Right.
And instead you lost whatever the loss. And that's what most the mentality is. The mentality of the people is, let me just bet I'm going to parlay and win a lot of money.
Right.
And then when you hit one, you think you found the golden ticket.
Right.
Willy Wonka. So the whole set's falling apart. Sorry, guys. No, that's just our screen for the light, but it's not even that bright, so it's good. I was telling John about the light, but anyway, it's just nice to talk about these things. And let me tell you something. I said at the beginning, I started at the beginning, I'll end the show on this. I was a losing gambler before I was a winning gambler. You could have the best info in the world, but if you don't have the skill sets, you will not win. Plain and simple. I have come around a little bit and said, okay, listen, if you want to bet 5 games, you want to bet a little $20 parlay and $100 on your 5 games, like that situation.
Yep.
I have no problem with it. Have some fun with it. Grind out the wins, betting straight. That's really all I'll say. That's how I'll end the show. We're going to let you know what happens here at the World Series.
Can't wait.
We're having our man JH is getting a free roll.
Wait, we may have to delay the taping next week because
does it go more than one day?
I think the senior event is a 3-day event if we final table.
How can you last 3 days?
Come on, you can do it. You got it in you. You're the Krackman.
All right,
come on, let's go one. Let me ask you this: if we end up heads up, are we chopping? We're playing for the ring, though, right? What are we doing? We end up heads up. Tell me what happens.
That's like, I think we got a better shot at seeing Moses part the Red Sea again. All right, guys, see you next week.